Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Well, the voice in Australia is half dead. Australians voted against the voice, so we've got that going for us, but it's not the end. Because what they're going to do is they tried to use the back door first through the voice, the UN did, to try and get into Australia and get all the land. Now they're going to try the front door, okay? So, yeah, we're going to have a bit of a fight on our hands. I'm just trying to get to my bookmarks so I can show you. Okay. I'll get into the voice in a minute because people are now calling for an investigation into where the money goes that they already get every year. So, and I'm pretty sure it goes into the politicians' pockets. Alexandria Marshall said if you ask the government to build a simple road, they'll spend $25 million on research and planning, $5 million on publicity to put the tenders out, $48 million on environmental studies, $10 million on Indigenous consultation, $20 million on salaries for the supporting bureaucracy, $60 million on the follow-up environmental studies after a frog was found, $1 million on materials to build the actual road, $30 million fighting complaints from green groups who feel spiritually compromised by the road, and $50 million to cancel the road. Result, no road, lots of rich people. And that is how they do it. That is how they do it. This is ridiculous. It's actually $1 million on materials to build the road. Okay, use that $1 million and then use, what, a couple more million to get the workers to do it? Why do you need all this other BS? Maybe a bit of research and planning, you do need that. But the amounts that they've got in there for that, oh, that's ridiculous. Seriously. Jason Bjorn said, whoopsies, solar eclipse glitch. I don't know if this is real, make up your own mind, but was there a glitch in the solar eclipse? Who knows? It's interesting though. You're watching a movie. Craig Kelly said the more counting goes on, the bigger the defeat for the yes activists. Yes vote now down to 39.4% and likely to go even lower. I heard that the no vote was up to 70%. It's been defeated. The ABC projects a majority no vote nationally in all 6 states plus the NT. These politicians are. See you in the NTs. Geopolitical said time to have a good look at the bloated public bureaucracy in Canberra. They exposed themselves last night. ACT vote is yes 66% and no 34%. Dear Canberra public servants managerial class, do you get it now? You're out of touch with the rest of Australia. Stop ruling over us with your stupid woke garbage. Do the opposite of whatever you think is good and you may be worth your fat salaries. Pull your heads in. I love that. That's from the other side, Australia. Michael P. Sanger said, despite being held up by corporate media, good news for New Zealand as well, the world over as an exemplar of COVID success with their long draconian lockdowns and mandates, Jacinda Ardern's Labor Party was disseminated in New Zealand's most recent elections. I believe the Nationals have it. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me, but things are starting to, I don't know, can you see it turning a little bit here and there? I can see it a lot, but let me know if 1, you're enjoying the movie, write 1 in the comments, and 2, if you're slightly panicking. Let me know. Dan Harrington said US Marshals job description. The Marshals Program overview. Okay, what are the US Marshals actually for? Created in 1789, the US Marshal Service was the first federal law enforcement agency in the United States. The Marshal Service occupies a uniquely central position in the federal justice system. It is the enforcement arm of the federal courts involved in virtually every federal law enforcement initiative. The duties of the US Marshal Service include protecting the federal judiciary, apprehending federal fugitives, managing and selling seized assets acquired by criminals through illegal activities, housing and transporting federal prisoners, and operating the witness security program. Okay, so there's a marshal with Biden. Which one of them is it? Federal judiciary, protecting the federal judiciary, apprehending federal fugitives? Sounds about right. Managing and selling seized assets acquired by criminals through illegal activities. Housing and transporting federal prisoners and operating the witness security. Which one do you think he's in? That's what their job is, so, and they're with him, so hopefully he's not in federal witness protection, and hopefully one of the other ones. Cat Turd said national embarrassment. Greg Price said Biden, when a person can be married in the morning and thrown out of a restaurant for being gay in the afternoon. Okay, something is fundamentally wrong with this country, and that still exists. Let's listen to him.
I apologize for having to repeat it. When a person can be married in the morning and thrown out of a restaurant for being gay in the afternoon, something is still fundamentally wrong in this country. And that still exists.
I'd say something's fundamentally wrong, but not with the country. It's with Biden. Something is fundamentally wrong. Teresa said it's not over yet. Kevin Bloody Rudd in the United Nations. Here we go. Just like his International Peace Institute linked the UN and the United Nations being a Nazi organisation. Wow. Let's have a listen to this. The UN drip solution. So this is that woman who is dragged across the ground on her knees for interrupting a women's march, I think it was. Let's have a listen.
They tried to get undripped through under the shadow of the voice. Now they're going to try and do it by itself.
And they could even pass the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, which I'll be putting to the Parliament floor in December. They could even pass the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, which I'll be putting to the Parliament floor in December. So
I hope you can read that. It's pretty much taking over the land through Indigenous people. restitution, equitable compensation for lands, territories, resources, and you know what's going to happen? It's not going to go to the Aboriginal people. It's going to go to the UN. So be careful, because they're going to try coming in the front door now. They've tried the back door. It didn't work. Australians spoke up and said no. So they're going to try and come in at the front door. Dean Anderson said Australia has spoken. 100 million dedicated to the Yes campaign. $100 million, mind you. $13 million to the No campaign. If this wasn't a people-coordinated victory, I don't know what is. And I never got to hand out the flyers. Oh, good on him. Ready? Oh, it just stopped, did it? Is that it? Oh, it's paused. Someone's paused and left it like that. Well, that was interesting. I don't condone doing things like that, but it was still pretty funny. Blake said, as you can see, that electric vehicle is great for your safety and the environment. Ultra MAGA Trump gal said, keep buying those electric vehicles, libs. They'll get you one way or the other. Dumbasses don't wake up and see. Ready?
Car fire on Crawley Green Road, Luton.
Got a battery car. Stop. Get out of your car, get out! Go, get out!
Don't drive off.
Oh, it's on fire, man, underneath.
Man reached for his shopping first before getting the driving out.
Yeah.
There's going to be a hold up with the buses, isn't there?
Oh, I bet. It all sorts of hold ups.
Well, you're getting a good old mate.
Yeah. Car's still passing it like it's nothing. It could pop at any minute.
The Audi go. Round them up. Don't know if I'd park there, mate. I was waiting for it to blow or something. And by the way, most of these are not Teslas. China is making cheaper electric vehicles. They're still selling them for an arm and a leg, but they're making them cheaper. And these are the ones that are having problems. I don't know about many Teslas that are doing it, but I know that there are 2 different electric vehicles, Tesla-made ones and cheap Chinese-made ones. Pelham said the goal is to use Israel to wash money out of the US and Europe through Israel and back into the hands of transnational elite, BlackRock. The goal is endless war, not successful war. Do you want to hear Julian Assange tell you?
Because the goal is not to completely subjugate Afghanistan. The goal is to use Afghanistan to wash money out of the tax bases of the United States, out of the tax bases of European countries, through Afghanistan and back into the hands of a transnational security elite. That is the goal, i.e. the goal is to have an endless war, not a successful war. Because the goal is...
I agree. That's exactly... I don't know, I might be too cynical, but I'm just not buying into anything right now. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm on the side of poor innocent civilians. Kevin Kelly said Newsom has signed a law to permanently ban watering grass at California businesses. Earlier this year, 20,000 cubic feet of water was released into the ocean per second because there's no place to store it. Water policy in California is as backwards as it gets. Why? Crazy. See, when government get involved, nothing works. When they get involved in everything, then nothing works anymore. They need to get out of things, not in them, like building roads. Katia said, did you know Biden just allocated $33.7 million to the UNRWA, a Palestinian relief fund? Cumulative, it is $730 million since Biden became president. 70% of federal income tax goes to entitlements, freebies, foreign aid, foreign wars. Is anyone going to stop this? Come on now, our government is unequivocally lawless. You're not the only one, and I'm so sorry, really. Leading reports said breaking, a federal judge in Georgia has upheld a sweeping election law that limits absentee voting, forces officials to count ballots non-stop on election day, and allows the Attorney General's office to set up a hotline for people to file complaints about illegal election activities. Well, that's a step in the right direction. What do you think? Another step in the right direction? Trump knows. What does he know? The first person that congratulated Biden was Bibi Netanyahu, the man I did more for than any other person I dealt with. Bibi could have stayed quiet. He's made a terrible mistake. Donald Trump. We are saving Israel for last. Very specific reason, not mentioned a single time. The biggest? The baddest? Okay. Ink Monocle? The Met Police have totally lost control of London. Let's have a look at this. What's going on?
What? What? What boy? What boy? Fuck off! Dismiss! 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 What, look me up and down? What are you going to do? Well, I'll kick you off your bike, kick you in your fucking shoe guys, and tell you to fuck off. What? What? Exactly. I thought so. Bye-bye. You're dismissed. Yes, you're dismissed, mate. Dismissed. On your way. Bye-bye. On your way. On your bike. On your bike. Drive this fucking morning, will you? What you say, what? You just said main number and station. Why would you let me? Your main number and station. You call me that crazy. What?
Are the UK police unarmed? I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but are the UK police unarmed? Because I do think it looks like he's got maybe a pepper spray and the handcuffs. That's what I was looking at when I was really trying to look at what was going on there. They got no power. Not able to do the job. Come on, man. Said, why is Albo bunging on the tears again? Has he realised his time is up? Plenty of people are letting him know he either resigns on Monday or the media destroys him by Friday. His choice is simple. Yep, he's gone off on people voting no. Yeah. In fact, a lot of them, you can see they're having tantrums, but they're doing it like in a passive-aggressive way. One lady's calling out for Aboriginals, maybe. I don't think she's calling Aboriginals. I think she's calling Antifa and BLM here in Australia to go and start something, saying she wouldn't be surprised. The Conservatives said, well done Australia, what a beautiful thing to wake up to. United we stand. A special congratulations to all those ex-warriors who fought this divisive nonsense from day one on this and other platforms. Don't underestimate your impact. Except for this little area here, where all the politicians live, had yes, a majority yes. I don't know, it might be, it might have swung the other way, who knows? Oh, shit. Sorry, that was my arm of my chair collapsing. Sarah Game, MLC, says an overwhelming majority of South Australians voted no to the Voice. Go South Australia too. The division caused by the Voice referendum has been sad to watch and experience. There is no place for the remnants with the legislated South Australian voice. This lady here will be introducing her bill for an act to repeal the First Nations Voice Act 2023 this week. It's time for a plan for needs-based support, not race or heritage-based support. One Nation Australia. This lady, the Honourable Sarah Game, is a One Nations person in South Australia, in case you're wondering who the One Nations people are. Just letting you know. Not telling you how to vote. Timbo said Warren Mundine explodes at the Brisbane press rally and good on him, well deserved. We had a vote tonight that said Australians want to get things done. Wake up to yourselves and start asking real questions and making governments accountable. This is well done. These two got picked on so bad by white Australians in the Yes campaign. They are both Aboriginal. Let's have a listen to what they say.
This agenda. I think going ahead, we probably need to look at the way in which the AEC, the NTEC conduct themselves when it comes to remote polling at elections, at referendums. I think we should take away those who come in with their how to votes, the unions that come in and overpower vulnerable Aboriginal people in those communities. There is a lot that goes on in remote communities that the rest of Australia doesn't get to see. If we had cameras in those remote communities, at those polling booths, Australia would see what goes on within those communities. There's a lot of manipulation.
You know what? People are committing suicides in these communities. People are being raped and beaten, and this is the questions you come up with? Where's about getting results? Getting people reducing suicide, and instead of this nonsense that you people carry on with. It's about time. We had a vote tonight that said Australians want to get things done. Well, stop talking about all this other nonsense and actually start talking about those kids and those who are young as 9 and 10 who commit suicide in their communities, and those kids who get raped and pillaged, and people who haven't got jobs, for God's sake. You know, but wake up to yourselves and start asking real questions and making governments accountable.
Well done, Warren Mundine, his name is. That's Fair Australia. And I agree with him, I do. Hold all the Aboriginal ministers accountable for what they're not doing now, because that's their job. FOTA said recognise aggressors against your what? I don't know. He said here's a pretty good list of corporations, institutions and useful idiots who attacked Australia with a voice to Parliament, and it comes from Wikipedia. Lead lobby groups, the Uluru Dialogue, From the Heart. This one, the Uluru Dialogue, was chaired by Megan Davis and Pat Anderson. From the Heart, Noel Pearson's Cape York Institute in North Queensland. Uphold and Recognised, founded by lawyer Damien Freeman and coalition spokesperson Julian Lesser, who is no longer with the group. A centre-right approach chaired by Sean Gordon, Liberals for Yes. And Ken Wyatt as board member, Australians for Indigenous Constitutional Recognition. You got the Business Council of Australia, you got Danny Gilbert and Aboriginal filmmaker Rachel Perkins. Noel Pearson, Tony Nutt, former principal advisor to Prime Minister John Howard, who also had his hand in signing Australia over to the UN. Parliamentary Friends of Uluru Statement, non-partisan group, chaired by Labor's Gordon Reid, Liberal Bridget Archer and Independent Allegra Spender. Wow. And all these bloody names. Zoe Daniel, Kate Cheney, Julian Lesser, Andrew Bragg, Bridget Archer, Andrew G, David Pocock, Sophie Scamps, Kylea Tink, Zali Stegall, Monique Ryan, Andrew Wilkie, Paul Keating, Kevin Rudd, Julie Gillard, Malcolm Turnbull, Julie Bishop, Bob Carr, Ken Wyatt, Graham Richardson, John Hewson, Fiona Martin, Jacinta Allen, Premier of Victoria, Daniel Andrews, of course, Mike Baird, Colin Barnett, Andrew Barr, Chief Minister of Australian Capital Territory, Gladys Berejiklian, Kate Carnell, Bob Carr, Roger Cook, Roger Cook of Western Australia. Sad Roger. And Natasha Files, I don't know. Peter Gutween, Peter Malinowskis, Mark McGowan, Barry Farrell, Anastasia Palachuk, Dominic Perrottet, or Perignon as I like to call him, Jeremy Rockcliffe. Oh my God, it just goes on and on and on. What the hell was that? Okay, sorry, I don't know. Okay, political parties. Federal Animal Justice Party, Australian Democrats, Australian Labor Party, Australian Greens, Australian Progressives, Clover Moore Independent Team, Communist Party of Australia, David Pocock, Drew Pavlou, Democratic Alliance, Fusion, Indigenous Aboriginal Party, Kim for Canberra, Reason Party, Socialist Alliance, Team Sally Cap, TNL and Victorian Socialists. Look at local governments. New South Wales, Blue Mountain City Council. I actually contacted them. City of Sydney. Oh my goodness, all these places. Woollahra Council, Lake Macquarie City, Georges River Council. These are just councils that are behind it. City of Bayswater in Western Australia, Ipswich City Council, Tasmania's Hepburn Shire Council, Victoria, all over the place, City of Monash, City of Melbourne, City of Kingston, Brimbank, City Council, Greater Shepparton. Oh my goodness, the legal profession, judges, law firms and lawyers, sporting and athlete bodies, clubs. These are all for the Yes campaign, mind you. Prominent athletes, businesses, directors, religious organisations and leaders. Oh dear God, look how many of them. Community groups, professional bodies, unions and universities. This is how many people have sold out to the UN. Original Power, Oxfam, Get Up, Greenpeace, Environmental Justice Australia, the Climate Reality Project Australia and Pacific, not specific, Pacific. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. And it just keeps, guys, this is nowhere near ending, right? Alexander Downer. Ooh. Oh no, these are, hang on. Liberal One Nation cat unless otherwise noted in the yes. Oh, these are no. Okay. Alexander Downer. He's in trouble anyway. Okay, well, anyway, it just keeps going and going. There's a lot of information in that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retweet that because that's interesting. Fletch17 said, do you believe this? Dan Scavino posted it. Trump reposted it. Has Trump ever been wrong? You and I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Faith. My next piece is called Nothing Can Stop What's Coming. It can't. It's turning. Moon Denny said, while we're on the roll, let's tell Albo that we as Australians say a resounding no to these things as well. Well done, Australia. The no vote won. It's now time to keep the momentum going and say no to a few more things. Digital ID, microchipping, WF, WHO, and UN. Okay, Rad said, even Victoria voted no. Where are we? New South Wales. Victoria, 53.4%. I don't know what it's come up as today. That was yesterday. So, okay, Malcolm, 2 days ago actually. Malcolm Roberts said the referendum would have never helped Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. That's right. Now it's time for an audit so we can find out where the billions of dollars that isn't making it to the communities are being stolen. And the referendum cost $364 million. How many schools and hospitals could have been built in remote communities with that money that they didn't need a voice for? They wanted to change our constitution for it. That's what this whole vote was about, changing our constitution to let the UN in under native title BS. And it means stealing the land from Aboriginals as well, not just white Australia. David Limerick MP said, remember that they thought you were stupid enough to support something because the banks, airlines, MC Hammer, Shack and literal communists supported it? Now they'll try and convince you it didn't pass because most Australians are stupid and fell for misinformation. Yep, and they'll attempt to censor it. Say hello to the ACMA misinformation bill. Don't let them get away with it. I say no. I say no to censorship. I say no to chips and digital bank currencies and no to I want cash. I want the old light globes back. I want the old combustion engines back. I want a lot of the old ways back. The Patriot Voice said, here's the proof that this Free Palestine operation sprouting up all over the US is in fact an NWO communist Marxist plot to push a colour revolution in our country. They are chanting from Palestine to Mexico, these border walls have got to go. What does that have to do with the war? These people are being used as globalist pawns. Some don't even realise it. They're chanting for no borders worldwide because that's the goal that needs to be met for the creation of a communist one world government. No nation states, no sovereignty, absolute enslavement. That's what this is really about. And they're doing it all over the world. They're doing it in Australia, in the UK, anywhere they can. Anywhere they've come to, anywhere they've influenced. I don't know. General Michael Flynn said, I'd be for a serious investigation of determining if there's any criminal culpability by serving politicians who are supposed to protect us and also took an oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Tara Bull said, Tucker Carlson says what's happening at the southern border isn't just an invasion, it's a crime. Should politicians responsible for it be punished by law? Yes, they should. So should ours. And the UK's. The ones who are allowing this to happen. Sorry, I'm just daydreaming about what punishment I would give them. Jack Straw said exactly my thoughts. The bad people at the top are not on your side, but they want you to choose a side. They manipulate all sides against the people. They will fund any party that benefits them. Because, look, as far as I can tell, the US has given Iran $6 million and they've given Egypt $7 million or whatever, $8 million or whatever. They're funding both sides, aren't they? Isn't that what that tells you? I don't know. Tells me a lot. Okay, who will benefit from this war? Someone will be there, but it's not you. It's not us. It's not the soldiers. They are not our children. The plan of the power-hungry is clear. Total human slavery by collapsing society and rebuilding it as they wish. We must not fall victim to the divisive dystopian plan. Via Dutch Digger News. There you go. Yep, true evil in the leadership. And this is in all countries, including Egypt and Palestine. I believe, like, the people running things are the problem. I don't believe the people are the problem. I believe the people running things are the problem. People teaching the children. Look what they're teaching the children. Look what we're teaching our children. How to become different gender. Like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Cat Turd said, people around the world are sick and damn tired of left-wing, woke, tyrannical idiots in their ludicrous country, destroying policies. As we know, the Conservative National Party is on the path to victory in New Zealand, defeating Labor, the left-wing party of former PM Jacinda Ardern. Lovely face there, love. Okay. Oh, never heard of this one before. Jizwa coin? Guess where... Pardon me. Guess where this house is? Wait, Palace. Yep, you guessed it. Palestine. Why is nobody talking about the $1 million mansions in the hills right next to poverty? Keep the people poor while you'll eat. Palestinian Communist Party. See, this is what I mean. In communities throughout the Palestinian Authority and the West Bank, a surprising degree of luxury exists alongside the poverty. This study includes a photo album of Palestinian luxury in the West Bank, offering a more complete picture of living standards there. The truth is that alongside the slum of the old refugee camps, which the Palestine government has done little to rehabilitate, a parallel Palestinian society is emerging. Are we missing something here? Looks like all these houses being built in the hills by the elites of Palestine mean they are What? Terrorist Hamas cut the water off from their own citizens. They also received $10 billion and spent 95% of it on war weapons. There is no free Palestine people when they can get out at any time. They can or can't. They could have built roads, airports, new infrastructure, made it into a paradise, but they chose war instead. The truth is, the terrorist group Hamas take pride in not just terrorising innocent people globally, but terrorising their own people. For all the dumb... I don't know, I'm not taking sides still. But Hamas is a terrorist organisation. It has been declared worldwide. Palestine. I don't know. Okay, the Punisher said if this little girl can understand the system, then no adult has an excuse. Ignorance is a choice, not an excuse.
They're robbing us. Allow me to explain how our private banks and government work today. First, the Canadian government borrows money from the private banks. They then lend the debt-based money to Canada with compounded interest. The government then continues to increase taxation of Canadians year after year in order to pay back the interest on the exponentially growing national debt. What results is inflation, less real money for Canadians to spend into our economy, and the real money being used to pad the pockets of the banks. Also, the government gave the banks the ability to loan out money that doesn't exist in the form of loans. When a bank gives you a mortgage, which literally means a death pledge, or a loan, they don't actually give you money. They click a key on a computer and generate the fake money out of thin air. They don't actually have it in their bank vaults. Presently, the banks only have $4 billion on reserve, but they have loaned out over $1.5 trillion. To quote Graham Towers, each and every time a bank makes a loan, a new bank credit is created. New deposits, brand new money. Broadly speaking, all new money comes out of a bank in the form of loans. As loans are debt, then under the present system, all money is debt. What I find interesting is even Jesus, in Matthew 21, drove out the money changers in the temple because they were manipulating the currency to steal money from the people. The private banks are just like the money changers in Matthew 21. They are defrauding and robbing the people of Canada, thus their freedom, and they need to be stopped. How should the banking system work? In an infamous interview, Mr. McGeer asked Mr. Towers, "Can you tell me why a government with power to create money should give that power away to a private monopoly and then borrow that which Parliament can create itself back at interest to the point of national bankruptcy?" Mr. Towers replied, "If Parliament wants to change the form of operating the banking system, then certainly that is within the powers of Parliament. In other words, if the Canadian government needs money, they can borrow it directly from the Bank of Canada. The people would then pay fair taxes to repay the Bank of Canada. This tax money would in turn get injected back into our economic infrastructure and the debt would be wiped out. Canadians would again prosper with real money as the foundation of our economic structure and not debt money. Regarding the debt money owed to the private banks, such as the Royal Bank, we would simply have the Bank of Canada print the money owing, hand it over to the private banks, and then clear the debt with the Bank of Canada. And yes, we have the power and lawful right to do so. In conclusion, it has become painfully obvious, even for me, a 12-year-old Canadian, that we are being defrauded and robbed by the banking system and a complicit government. What will we do to stop this crime? What will we do to ensure that the next generation will live free and clear of the debt-based economy that enslaves them to the banks? Margaret Mead said the following, and I hope that all of you remember this. Never doubt that a small group of people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Thank you.
There you go. And correct me if I'm wrong, but there used to be loans without interest. And it used to be the Treasury, I believe, and the government and the Treasury, and they would lend out the money to people interest-free. Pauline Hanson said, soon we will know if Australia voted no. Keep track of the results here. Pretty much did. Dr. Russell McGregor said, don't you think it odd that the exact numbers of hostages isn't known and how those unknown hostages are being killed? Could this be conveniently and magically negating what didn't happen? Are you watching a long-planned psyop designed to achieve long-term geopolitical utility? Yep. Psyop, that's what it feels like. Chris Baxter said tomorrow they'll start blaming the win for the no vote on misinformation. All of a sudden it'll be imperative that Australian misinformation bill is passed into law. Don't let that happen, guys. But the truth is, it's just election denial, a new claw for the same political power. Their attempt to protect institutions by passing misinformation law won't make much sense while they tear at the institution of democracy itself by calling the referendum outcome illegitimate. Next round starts tomorrow. Please repost for awareness. Okay, and the rest just goes on to The Voice. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is said to have confided in his closest allied ministers. He considered his resignation in the interests of Australian Labor ongoing relevance as voice to Parliament suffers a catastrophic defeat Australia-wide. I hope he resigns. Okay, Jack Straw said, for normies, nothing happened? Shadow of Ezra Jack Straw, Red October 1010 recap. October the 2nd, United States Supreme Court rejects challenge to block Trump from 2024 ballot. October the 2nd, North Dakota State Senator Doug Larson, his wife and 2 kids were killed in a Utah plane crash. October the 2nd, massive human trafficking crackdown in Ohio takes 160 predators off the streets. October the 3rd, new Florida law allowing the death penalty for adults who R-word children under 12 goes into effect. October the 3rd, Kevin McCarthy was removed as Speaker of the House. October the 4th, Kevin Spacey is rushed to hospital fearing heart attack. Didn't know that one. October the 4th, FEMA and the FCC conducted a nationwide emergency alert test on all cell phones, wireless devices, radios and TVs. October the 4th, Russia tests its national warning system on the same day FEMA tested America's emergency alert system. October the 4th, several schoolgirls in Kenya were hospitalised over a mysterious illness. October the 4th, former NYPD union boss and attorney Roy T. Richter was found dead by suicide at his Westchester home on his wife's birthday after serving for 33 years. He had access to Hillary Clinton and Anthony Weiner's laptop. Oh, was he Clinton-sided? Oh, yeah, he was suicide. Yeah, Clinton-sided or Arkan-sided. October the 5th, Putin announces that he and his allies are building a new world. October the 5th, US warplane shoots down a Turkish drone over Syria. October the 5th, the SEC sues Elon Musk to force him to testify in agency's probe of Twitter purchase. October the 5th, Iraq bans all cash withdrawals in US dollars. October the 5th, Donald Trump endorses Jim Jordan for Speaker of the House. October the 7th, coordinated terrorist attack takes place against Israel. Israeli intelligence stands down. October the 7th, Israel declares a state of war. October the 7th, the world is hit by triple earthquake as 6.7 quake hit in Papua New Guinea. Mexico endured a 6.3 shock, and Afghanistan suffered strong tremors leading to thousands of deaths. October the 7th, Israeli National Security Council approved ground operations to begin in the Gaza Strip. Israel begins to bomb Gaza. October the 8th, Israeli Security Cabinet voted to invoke Article 40, Aleph, an official declaration of war for the first time since Yom Kippur War 50 years ago. October the 8th, US military plans to move US Navy ships and US military aircraft closer to Israel as a show of support. October the 9th, Israeli minister ordered to immediately cut off water supply from Israel to Gaza. October the 9th, Kevin McCarthy labels Iran, Russia and China as the new axis of evil. October the 9th, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. officially drops out of the Democratic primary and declares independent candidacy for president. October the 9th, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman states he will stand by Palestinians. October the 9th, US Senator Lindsey Graham suggests UAE start bombing Iran. October the 9th, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas announces plans to visit Russia and meet with Vladimir Putin. October the 9th, Joe Biden interviewed by Special Counsel Robert Hur as part of classified documents probe. October 9th, the Times of Israel reports that Egypt intelligence officials said Israel ignored repeated warnings of something big 3 days before the attack. October the 10th, blackouts in Gaza. October the 10th, Russia suggests they may join the Israeli-Hamas war. October the 10th, Putin says Israeli-Gaza conflict shows failure of US Middle East policy. October 10th, Pentagon does not rule out a special operation to rescue American citizens in Gaza. October the 10th, Israeli propaganda networks get caught spreading multiple fake stories about the war. October 10, Turkish President Erdogan accuses the United States of planning to carry out massacres in Gaza by sending aircraft carrier groups to Israel. October the 10th, US Congress introduces a bipartisan bill which would give $2 billion in aid to Israel. October the 11th, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said North Korea is preparing for the possibility of launching a surprise attack on South Korea using the same tactics as Hamas' attack on Israel. By the way, before this happened, someone from the Israeli government or intelligence said, "Oh, I hope they don't attack us from the northern border. We don't have much there." And guess what? Hamas went in and attacked from the northern border or whatever it was, right? That area. And then Trump said he said that exactly what I just said and said, well, Hamas is smart because they went in, Israel told them where to go. And now the mainstream media are saying that Trump said that Hamas is smart and is supporting them now. So get the full context of everything before you believe anything mainstream media. Listen to the whole speech, I'm telling you, because they take everything out of context. October 11th, Russia's Deputy Foreign Minister, Russia has seen indications that the US is preparing for nuclear tests in Nevada. What the? October 11th, the IMF said that 30% of banks would be vulnerable if the global economy entered stagflation. October the 12th, the leader of Hamas just called Muslims around the world to embrace the day of global jihad, Friday the 13th. October the 12th, House Oversight launches investigation into Biden admin's ongoing secret nuclear negotiations with the Iranian regime. October the 12th, House COVID panel threatens Cuomo subpoena for nursing home scandal records. October 13th, Steve Scalise, whose donors include Bill Gates, Google and Facebook, can't secure 218 votes to become Speaker of the House. October the 13th, an IMF official is warning that the United States is on an unsustainable fiscal path with big deficits. October the 13th, Israel tells UN to evacuate the North Gaza Strip within 24 hours. Still 18 days to go and then in November to remember. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Iran says US cannot renege on deal to transfer $6 billion via Qatar. Yep. So if Israel's being saved for last, do you believe we're nearly there? Sounds like it. Ariel said Friday the 13th, the predators and prey. Tony Robbins, remember you were accused of assaulting a teen in 1985 at a super camp. This is going to be a hard one for me to do. I'm going to have to be careful with my words here. Okay. Tony Robbins was accused of assaulting a teen in 1985 at a super camp, allegedly, with one accuser and 2 eyewitnesses. You were 25 at the time, right? I think it was Southern Cali where this took place. The victim, Stephanie Scott, 15, didn't like how you had pinned her up against a tree, forcefully trying to kiss her, a naughty man you were or are. Marquis Houston, I remember Quindon Tarver was talking to Raz B from B2K on the phone about how you and Chris Stokes was assaulting Q Tarver. He was bleeding from, penetration. I understand. C Stokes, you got you to you in your younger years when you were in the group, immature, right? That's what the saying, hurt people hurt people. P. Diddy, I remember your former security guard, Gene Deal, was describing how you and Ja Rule were getting it down in the bedroom. He was actually with you when you were buying the utensil to use during relations. Not to mention how the singer Usher's mother confronted you about the relationship you had with him. I remember Jagger Wright saying she walked in on you while singer Christopher Williams was giving you some, I don't know what that means, sloppy top, I don't know what it means, sorry. Didn't Jaguar Wright also witness Biggie Smalls giving you a BJ? Allegedly. Apparently, I don't know if this is true. Africa Bambata said, didn't OG Half-Pint, who was 12 years old at the time, say he saw you orally pleasuring KRS One? Oh, I don't know. OG Half-Pint told you he had to use the restroom. 4 seconds later, you barged in talking about how you were looking for something in the medicine cabinet. And while this 12-year-old is peeing, you pull out yours and said, I have to pee too. Wait, didn't Ron Savage say as a boy you made him have relations with his sister's boyfriend? What the fuck? Mike Pence, didn't Tory Smith witness you attacking a boy who was under 6 years old? Was this in Arlington, Virginia? No, Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken? I don't know, allegedly. Children being gang raped by 32 men in one night. Mike, you attacked 2 boys. Greg Zeller, journalist, was with you, and he was said to have attacked a couple of children himself. Douglas G. Carter had some fun with some children that night as well. Barack Obama, wasn't you in a relationship with Larry Sinclair? No, we know that story already, right? What about the time when you and George Clooney were on the boat with that little Asian girl, where George Clooney was seen zipping his pants back up? Or that time a model saw him trying to forcefully kiss him at some party? Barack, didn't you order some late-night pizza, it was hot dogs, that cost $65,000? What about that time where you and John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, along with Mike Obama, had a four-way? Tom Cruise, what was the real reason you have an estranged daughter? Katie Holmes is said to be coming home unannounced from a film she was shooting overseas and caught you doing the unthinkable to Siri. Allegedly, apparently, I don't know. Which prompted the split you had with Kay Holmes. Siri was naked in your bedroom while you were well. Never mind. I think people get the gist of it. Will Smith, didn't Orlando Brown say you attacked him as a child? You took him into a hotel room as this so-called mentor and teach him the ropes on how this acting thing goes, right? This is not far-fetched at all. Remember that clip of you trying to forcefully kiss Jaden on the mouth? Did I see a tongue come out? What about those rumours of you having children in your trailer at 3 a.m. one time while shooting Wild Wicked West? Michael Flynn, weren't you trained by satanic pedophile Michael Aquino? I don't believe this is the same Flynn. Didn't Adrian J. Wells witness you back in 1984 working for the CIA when you were tasked with setting up torture chambers? He said he was kidnapped from a family home in Australia, then organised ASIO to provide fake passport to take him out of Australia for CIA torture? Or am I reading this wrong? You were tasked with injecting chemicals in one-dose vials, CIA drug or chemical designed to cause brain damage to certain cells to wipe the mind, I believe. John Brennan, didn't you participate in a torture session with... See, I don't know if any of this is true. I came across it and went, what the far out? Really? John Brennan, didn't you participate in a torture session with Emma Aquino and M. Carcook at the Great Lakes Military Base in Chicago, right? You would give children like Jay Sabatar Ladrino to get their heart racing while she was in an incinerator. Not to mention the sex magic rituals you'd all perform on children while trying to open portals. Did you know that 2,100 caged children were found in tunnels who were rescued by US Marines in California? Did you know the majority of those children were kidnapped by CPS? Allegedly, apparently, I don't know. Did you know a lot of these children were not from the US? Did you know a lot of them were from Mexico and Guatemala and South America? Now you know why the border wall is so important. By the way, did you know Ron DeSantis was against a border wall? Did you know Mitt Romney was against the border wall? I don't know if this is true. Why is this important? Because a lot of US politicians receive kickbacks from cartels to keep the border open. Katie Hobbs, Ben Tomer, Brian Kaiser, Greg R. Davis, Thomas Galvin, Michael D. Barth, Alicia White, Keith Berkshire, Brian M. Blum, Jeff Ellington, Adrian Fontes, Kirsten Seminar, Erica Badgeri, Clint Hickman, Madison Hughes, etc. All those names were listed from Arizona. Do you see how corrupt our leaders are? Do you see why we can no longer trust Washington, D.C.? Do you see why it's pivotal for our survival to close the border, sort out our issues before we help any other country? Think about all the wealthy politicians who are profiting from the human trafficking in Ukraine. Kevin McCarthy was one of them. Now do you see why he had more incentive to keep sending aid? We are dealing with the most diabolical people imaginable. No regard for human life, no concern for children, no respect for the Constitution, no love or honour for this country. Everything has to be reformed. Yeah. I don't know. Okay? Allegedly, apparently, I'm not 100% sure of this. It just kind of stunned me, and I did remember the Obama thing with George Clooney. Craig Kelly said AEC Chairman Tom Rogers must resign for the AEC's inaction on the awful and misleading purple signs. Under Tom Rogers, the public have lost trust and confidence in the AEC, which is the Australian Electoral Commission. You should have resigned after your failed case against me, especially when a federal court judge slammed the AEC's conduct time to go. They put out purple signs and they weren't supposed to. I don't know why. It's illegal apparently. I don't know. I have no idea. Really. None. David Pilates says, it seems obvious now that Israel is going to destroy Gaza and leave over 1 million homeless. David Pilates also does the Missing 411. He's really good. There's no country stepping up to take them, and Biden has stated that many are good people. Should we be prepared for a massive naval taxi service of Palestinians to the USA? That's another way to try and get them in. Oh, they're fleeing war. Let's get more in. Our Voices Matter said, breaking news. Were you aware that Netanyahu was losing his grip on the country while planning to alter the constitution, prompting hundreds of thousands to take to the streets? Is that why this happened? Were you informed that the weekend of these events was slated to host one of the largest demonstrations, Tel Aviv? Were you across the fact that a major event was needed to put the government cabinet in a state of emergency? Did you know that Charlie Kirk publicly expressed scepticism about this narrative, stating, and I quote, nearly every Israeli is IDF? I don't even know. So how did they attack so many? It's imperative, my friends, to examine the how in all of this, because it appears that the why had little to do with Palestinians and everything to do with sowing chaos and uniting people for a common cause. Emotional manipulation seems to have been used to bring the populace together. We were led to believe that Netanyahu, who mandated the jabs, had the highest excess deaths. Let's not forget that a few thousand Israelis are at stake here. Can't you see what's unfolding before us now? Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you once more to consider the mounting evidence. There's something far more ominous unfolding, and we are unwittingly aiding the group striving to sow division and conquer. The right has fractured and the left has split into two. Bring Trump back. Bring Trump back. Okay, Nick Sauter said, Jim Jordan has won the internal Republican vote for Speaker, but there's still another massive hurdle before Jordan becomes Speaker. The 2017 votes needed on the House floor. Was it 2017 or 217 or 218? I'm putting a zero where there is none. Some hardline Scalise loyalists are refusing to back Jordan, meaning a fight will likely ensue. We're one step closer to a Speaker, Jim Jordan. No word on when there'll be a full vote in the House, but it could be as soon as today. I should go over probably to the Gateway Pundit and see if there's any updated news on anything, because now I'm going back 2 days ago. How about we go, what was that? Beloved actress Suzanne Summers dead at 76. Biden on concerns about US supporting multiple wars. We're the United States of America, for God's sake, the most powerful nation in the history of the world. Yeah, what are you doing supporting wars that don't... I didn't think it involved... I don't know. The way they run things, I just got no idea. Watch hundreds flee Texas State Fair as shooter goes on rampage, suspect caught and identified. Let's have a look at this. Cameron Turner, 22, was the alleged shooter that was caught and identified. 3 people were injured and hundreds fled the frightening scene. 3 victims, 2 men and 1 woman, had non-life-threatening injuries, thank God. The panic even caused people watching the rodeo to climb the fence to flee while endangering themselves with bulls that were not secure. Why? Is there a manifesto? They charged him with 3 counts of aggravated assault after the shooter turned the family-friendly event into a chaotic scene. Look, this is what happens when the Dems panic. Video posted on X taken from the top of the Ferris wheel shows large panic crowd quickly making their way towards the exit. Shots rang out at about 7:45. Yep, we don't get anything that reason, no. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm sorry to the injured. Hopefully they're not too bad. Iran reportedly backs down, announces decision not to assist Hamas unless Israel attacks Iran. Well, thank God for that. Washington Post defends transgender pervert who joins sorority at University of Wyoming to peep on naked college girls. Oh dear God. This is obviously the person. The Washington Post hates women. Fake News Warpo defended a transgender pervert who joined the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority at the University of Wyoming so he could peep on the naked college girls. 6 of the sorority sisters filed a lawsuit claiming the pervert was watching them undress. Dismissed a Reagan appointee, Judge Alan B. Johnson, dismissed the case in August, ruling the sorority had the right to decide the definition of woman for itself and did not breach the housing contract by allowing Artemis Langford to move in. This judge may not, the judge wrote, this judge may not invade Kappa Kappa Gamma's freedom of expressive association, reject the definition of woman, plaintiffs urge. What? This happened despite Kappa Kappa Gamma bylaws that state a new member shall be a woman. They were ultimately forced to admit him back even though he's a deviant and a peeping Tom. Wow. 21-year-old University of Wyoming student was looking for a community. Instead, she faced death threats, a federal lawsuit, and an attempt to kick her out. The Washington Post said of the 6'2" male, yeah, it's not a she, mate. Oh my goodness, and now I've got a cat in my way. Do you want to go out, mate? Come on. One sec, guys. Come on. Do you want to go out? Come on. Come on. There you go. Off you go. Take your time. It's all right. I've got all day. Oh, dear. Okay. Okay, what else have we got? Jag Tapper grills NatSec advisor Jake Sullivan. It doesn't seem like saving the hostages are a priority right now. Matt Gaetz says it's time to turn up the heat on Patrick McHenry to schedule election for new Speaker. Rep Dan Bishop calls Jim Jordan's rhino opponents the swampiest pieces of the Republican conference. Ben Bergwam shows just how bad Biden's border crisis is getting in unchecked locations. Sorry, guys. Oh, what's going on? Epstein victim who testified against Ghislaine mysteriously dies. One of Jeffrey Epstein's victims who testified against Ghislaine Maxwell has mysteriously died. Jeffrey Epstein's pimp, Ghislaine Maxwell, was sentenced to 20 years in prison earlier this year. Maxwell worked as Jeffrey Epstein's pimp for years, and the DOJ knew they were running girls as young as 12 but refused to act. Carolyn Andriano, one of Epstein's victims who testified against Maxwell, was found unresponsive in a West Palm Beach hotel earlier this year. West Palm Beach police opened an investigation into her death after it was concluded she died of an accidental drug overdose. I'm sure she did. Adriano's mother pleaded with police to investigate her daughter's death and insisted she was drug and alcohol free. According to the Daily Beast, Carolyn Adriano had been texting her mother about building her new life with her 5 children and husband John Pitts shortly before she died. Carolyn Andreano, a victim of sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, whose testimony was crucial to putting away his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, has died. There was no obituary or funeral service after she died earlier this year, and police in West Palm Beach, Florida opened an investigation into her death. After the Daily Beast reached out for comment, police spokesman Mike Jackley's told us that the investigation was concluding and that Carolyn died of an accidental overdose. The 36-year-old mother of 5 had planned to start a new chapter in North Carolina at a new house with a fireplace and half-acre lot with a chicken coop. Oh, the poor woman. Carolyn and her husband John Pitts had purchased the property just weeks before she was found unresponsive in a West Palm Beach hotel room on May 23rd. Before her death, she was ecstatic. That's why, look, she's not going to take her own life, I'm telling you. Carolyn's mother, Dorothy Gronert, told Daily Beast she was all set up for a whole new lifestyle. Gronert says Carolyn's death came as a shock because she was working on building a new life and texted her recently about being free of drugs and alcohol. The way Gronert sees that some things about her daughter's overdose don't make sense, and she wants cops to investigate further. The Gateway Pundit, in its pursuit of truth, reached out to John Pitts back in June to confirm whether she was indeed the individual who testified in the Ghislaine Maxwell case. We've been informed that an individual with the same name as your late wife has been identified as one of the key witnesses in that trial. We just need to confirm if it was her. Please understand that we approach this matter with utmost respect and sensitivity. Our intention is solely to gather accurate information and ensure clarity on this specific issue, the Gateway Pundit wrote at the time. The inquiry was met with silence. Pitt refused to answer, leaving a gaping hole in the story. The Gateway Pundit also reached out to Carolyn's sister but did not receive a response at the time. Noted pedo of the rich and powerful Jeffrey was found dead in his prison cell in Manhattan in August, 1 week after he supposedly attempted suicide. The 66-year-old financier and convicted pedo was found dead in his prison cell, and the medical examiner ruled his death a suicide by hanging. Epstein, who was 6 feet tall, reportedly secured the bedsheet on the bunk bed and wrapped the sheet around his neck. Epstein had a broken hyoid bone in his neck, which is consistent with strangulation and homicides, not suicides. Autopsy photos, screenshot below, sure look like a wire was used to strangle Epstein. The Justice Department Inspector General determined in its report that Epstein's death was a suicide. There is no camera footage conveniently of Epstein's suicide because the security cameras, conveniently again, only point to the hallway outside his prison cell, not directly inside of the unit. Many people don't believe Epstein killed himself after several strange coincidences and inconsistencies were revealed following his death. Editors note this story has been updated with additional information. Okay, so that's getting interesting. Breaking FBI Director Christopher Wray issues grave warning of imminent terror attacks on American soil amid Hamas conflict. In other words, are they calling for it? Breaking AG Jeff Landry wins Louisiana gubernatorial race in a landslide, flipping the seat from Democrat to Republican. There are wins all over the place, guys. All over the place. Israel deploys iron beam laser defense. Hey, so Marjorie Taylor Greene wasn't wrong. At the border to take down missiles. Mossad says system is not yet fully operational. Space lasers. No, I'm kidding. Israel deploys the iron beam laser defense for the first time to take down Hamas rockets from Gaza. Apparently, the first ever use of an iron beam combat laser was used in repelling a missile attack on Tel Aviv. Shall we have a look? Oh, no. The Mossad says the iron beam laser is not yet fully operational. I don't know, believe it or not. Okay, believe it or not. Here is the first video of the Israeli Iron Beam laser air defense system intercepting enemy rockets from today. Oh. Just while watching this, it does remind me of things we've seen during bushfires, you know? It really does. As Americans scramble to protect retirement accounts with physical gold and silver, a faith-based company shows them how. Israeli force sources debunk online rumours, confirm no missile interceptions conducted using iron beam technology. Trans cyclist defeats all women in the race but reportedly didn't place when racing men. Of course, that's why they do it. Okay. Biden regime threatens banks that refuse to give credit lines and loans to illegal aliens. Okay. There we go. That's the news. So, let's go to the comments now. Where am I? How's my stream going? Still going? No data. Excellent connection. Okay. Daily, hello my lovely friend Hev. I'm checked in, ready for the chat and the news. Checkered Past said I may get to watch live. Kai, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Daily, Kai, Checkered Past. It's going to jump. It did. Oh, now he wants back in. Silly cat. Go out or in, mate. Hey Simone, how you going? Hey Fred, how you going? Alex, how you going? Ash, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Simone. Susie, how you going? Susie said that eclipse kicked my butt. Couldn't get out of bed all day. Kevin, how you going? Alex said apparently it kicked off in London over the weekend, but I've been watching old comedy French and Saunders fab stuff today. I don't blame you. Okay, who else have we got in here? Alex said, I watched that eclipse yesterday. I noticed it got really icy cold after where I am in the UK. Really? Kai said, I worked a little construction hard work when working and when shaman all hide and glide. Susan said, sorry, what exactly was the Aussie vote for? I heard the no was not to let native people have more of a say in government. No. The no vote was stopping the UN from taking over via the Aboriginal people. It's a UN agenda, and they tried to come in the back door saying it's for the Aboriginal people. It wasn't going to help the Aboriginal people. Everyone wants to help the Aboriginal people, but in the right way, not giving it to politicians who pocket the money and it never reaches the people that really need it. Kai said, as low-level grunt, I swept the floor at a half-finished hotel for a year. Dealey said, cold, windy and cloudy here, could only see grey sky. Oh, sad. Checkered Past said 1. Yeah, so you're enjoying the movie. Kai says, same floor every day, 8 to 12 hours, soul crushing. Oh, Shannon's put 1 in the comments as well, enjoying the show. Susie said, just got a notification on my phone that Suzanne Summers died today of cancer. Checkered Past said, witness security maybe. Kai said, what's 1? Unconcerned, because I'm pretty much unconcerned. This is it, guys. Biblical ending and all that started at the attack in the east. I felt it. The Schumann resonance twisted over. Alex said, I'm not sure who that is, but so many people have passed over the last couple of years, Susie. Susie said, I'm mostly a 1, but then I hear people in charge peddling war and I get a little 2-ish. I have to be honest about that. Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sure some people are still like, every now and then I get a bit of anxiety and go, you're watching a movie. Okay. That makes sense then. Oh. Kitty cat. Alex said, I saw a video the other day with over 20 billionaires that have died in the last year or so. Wow. Kai said, wondering who's their beneficiaries. Menacing Muskrat said, hello all. Hello, Menacing Muskrat. How you going? Susie said, Alex, she was on a show called Three's Company. She was always talked about wellness and vitamin therapy. She said she cured her past cancer with, is it mistletoe, from a clinic in Germany. Wow. Alex said, scary stuff, another EV. Sherry, how you going? Who else have we got? Alex, Kai said, can't extinguish an EV fire, has to burn out. Menacing Muskrat said, lithium batteries burn so hot it's impossible to put out. That's what I was thinking when the fire brigade got there. I was thinking, what are they going to do? It's an electric vehicle fire. They may have to just block off the roads and, yeah, do traffic control. Alex said, yes, and EVs are so hard to put out if they go up. Alex said, what a shame. Do you think it was suspicious, Susie? Rolling. Menacing Muskrat said, allegedly they wouldn't allow electric cars on our ferries because of fire hazards. Yes, exactly. I've got tobacco in my mouth. Yuck. I smoke it, but I don't like to eat it. Susie said, QAnon said for 5 years it would all end with Israel. Kerry Cassidy said that Israel was at least 3 large portals and the best of reppies underneath it that have got to go. Alex said, that's so scary, why I don't like parking next to them, although so many people have been conned into buying them. Kai said, there's never been an end to armed conflict since the invention of a weapon. Yeah, that's because of the people who are in charge have been in charge for many, many, many years, and they keep doing the same playbook over and over again. They'll divide and conquer. And probable reaction solution. So they divide everyone, they conquer it, but they cause the problem, then they wait for the public's reaction, and then they've always got a solution. Kai said, from the first stone thrown till now. Alex said, that's not a bad thing. How terrifying to be stuck on a boat on fire. Yeah. Hey James, how you going? Kai said, I'd hate having to get a ferry at all. James said, breach of the police. Yep. Kai said, phone, be right back. Alex said, he's just waiting for the riot van to pull up. James said, in my day a cop would batten you. Yeah, or taser you, or, you know, I don't know. Alex said some UK police are armed, most are not. Okay, is City of London, are they armed or not? Is that what I was looking at there before? Kai said, okay. James said, we have armoured units, they have pepper spray, tasers and a baton. Oh. Menacing Muskrat said, I thought the UK police were not armed. That's what I thought. Alex said, I think they use tasers too. Susie said, I'm not sure. Alex, she made a lot of money selling an amazing lifestyle. She uploaded a video days ago about having so much energy that she had relations with her husband every day. Susie says, goes to show, Alex, if it's on TV or from Hollywood, the shine just isn't real. James said, cops. And Kai said, our cops use it all, and there's a good mix of stupid ones like tasing a deaf man from behind for failure to comply, then still charging him. James says, where does the billions go? Yes, exactly. Alex said, there are special armed units in UK. The usual police don't carry, though. Susan said, is there vote rigging in Australia? Well, this should have made clear to most people that if you get out and vote, it's worth it. Like, the more people that stand up against this, it's worth it. And I do believe they've been trying to stop any rigging going on, including in the US. Ash said, here. Hey, Ash, how you going? D-Lee said, I agree with that guy. Yep, here, Warren. Honestly, he came out and he was angry, and I don't blame him. Ash said, no, Susie, I don't think so. James said, we have the wrong type of people in the police force now. Used to be big, strong ex-squatties to little fat woke fools, just my opinion. Yeah, it seems to be happening everywhere. Ash said, we just beat the government with our vote. Exactly. Now we've got to watch them coming in through the front door, because that's what they're going to try next. James said, type, autocorrect hates me. I know, I hate that too. It always does that to me, and I'm thinking, what the hell? I didn't write that. Alex said, yeah, Norman Widsome on the beat style, Mr. Grimsdale, James Jameson. I'm going to have to let that cat in. This is ridiculous. He's going to damage the door with his sharp little claws. Come on then. What are you doing? You don't know, do you? He's going to jump up here and he's going to be reporting with me, I guarantee you. Here it comes, here it comes. I hope I turned that keyboard off. I'm sure I did. Okay, looking around from the cat. Kai said, autocorrect hates me too. Me too, don't worry. James said, Alex, old Norman wisdom. Wisdom, yep. Alex said, that does sound a bit weird if she was fighting, fit one day and gone within a few days. Happened so many times, Susie. And Susie said, I hate autocorrect. Ash said, Susie, I was... Oh, where'd that go? Ash said, Susie, I was sceptical until this vote with the overwhelming no vote gives me faith our elections are fair. Yeah, exactly. Just need people to get out there and vote it. Nursing Muskrat said, our RCP MP are so armed up, all they need is the Jack Newts. Ash said, I wouldn't be surprised if the jab uptake numbers were similar. 70% said no. I believe it's more than that. I heard it was 2% that went and got that. They're still getting the boosters now. 2%. But yeah, you could be right with the older vax when they said everyone's getting it, and probably not. James said, Roger Cook was a legend in the UK. I think he was a Kiwi investigative journalist from the 80s. Kai said, I'm lucky, sorta. Got a lot of good old boys in our local force, so they won't let it get to friends and family unless there's no other option. Kai said, but I believe they'd stand with us common folks almost 2-1. Susie said, Alex, she stated recently that her first bout of cancer was 26 skin and it recurred every 10 years. I think she advised Farrah Fawcett to go to Germany. She was hiding a big secret. And Ash said, hopefully, Kai. And Alex put all my links. Thank you, Alex. Susie said, woke Toria, haha, love it. Susie said, the energy still feels heavy, but it's still much better than yesterday. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, kind folks, thank you. Yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. David said, howdy, Hev and y'all, we won. I know. Oh. Yeah, but they're going to try and come in the front door this time now. They're still going to try and push another one through. Alex said, the billionaires only have what they have from ill-gotten gains. Exactly. Lee said, Susie, yesterday was definitely strange, weighed down, couldn't get out of bed. That happened to me yesterday too. You know what happened? I thought it was... I bought takeaway on Saturday night. Okay? And Sunday I spent all day in bed with a headache and a sore stomach. Now, I don't think it was food poisoning, but what I think might be going on is they cook in seed oil. I don't. Maybe I felt it straight away. I don't know. I really... Could have been food poisoning. I don't know. But I've never had a problem with them before. It's just a normal takeaway hamburger shop up the street. You know, they sell hamburgers, chips, scallops, you know, fish and chips. Susie said, Kai is part of the reason for Israel to freak out the world out to change the timeline. Kai said, who remembers Leslie Nielsen from the Naked Gun standing in front of exploding fireworks factory yelling, nothing to see here, move along, nothing to see. And how you going, David? It's good to see you. Yeah, Australians. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of Australians that voted. See, I didn't even need, like, a lady across the road put a yes sign up and people all up the street put a yes sign up. And I was just thinking, I'm praying for the silent majority to come out and say no. And they did. Okay. Lee said, yes, Kai, I remember. Sherry said, my thoughts exactly, Alex. Elite are not really elite. They are criminals and thieves. They're scumbags. They're scumbags. They're the worst of the worst. Nursing Muskrat said, Alex, did you see the rare interview with Quadrillion? It was crazy stupid. David said, we the people are not the problem, we are the solution. Alex said, how sad for a family, glad you're feeling better today. I don't know what you mean by the heavy energy and why. I've just watched old comedy today. Kai said to change war stage and keep the money flowing to Ukraine package deal, just got to help Gaza but not without the Ukraine. Possibly. Yeah, they've been trying to slip the Ukraine packages in with the Israeli packages apparently. Kai said, this is literally the biblical end times, the rap. Alex said, do you have a copy at Menacing Muskrat? Susie said, Dealer, it feels like a giant magnet forcing me to stay down, so I tested myself with a big magnet I have, nothing magnetic in me thing. Sure. David said, g'day from the Western Antipodes. I don't know how to say it, Antipodes. Alex said, the biggest criminals on the planet, Sherry. Dealer said, Susie, I felt it too. There you go. That's the only reason I didn't do a video. I was going to up until last night. I just thought, I was yawning all day. I had a headache and I had a stomach ache and I just thought, I'm just going to sook in bed. I'm climbing back in. I ain't getting out. I only got out to warm some dinner up that I'd already cooked a few nights before. So, Guy said, look up the Schumann resonance at the moment of the attack. It twisted, stayed there and twisted the rest of the way over as it stopped. A literal disturbance of the force. Oh, wow. Susie said, Delo, that super weird moon the week before didn't help either. Yeah, apparently, yeah. There's a few things going on all at the same time. Alex said, I think all our government's terror organisations. Allegedly, apparently. YouTube, it wasn't me. Kai said, Alex is correct. Dealey said, Susie agreed. MJ said, late, but hi everyone, every single one of you. Hey MJ, how you going? Kai said, Dealey, yeah, it's mind-bending. Dealey said, I love this girl talking. Which one was that? Wow. Oh, the little girl. The little girl? About the financial system? Susie said, so what did that twist do for the baddies? Did it help the goodies? Hopefully. Alex said the Schumann resonance. Okay, hang on. Let me have a look. And I'll share screen. Okay, it's updated every 15 minutes. Electromagnetic background level. Can't read that. No idea. Planet today. What about previously? Mega menu. Huh. Mega tabs. Schumann resonance. We're on that, aren't we? I might have to look it up on Twitter because it might... hang on a sec. Let me just search on Twitter for Schumann resonance. Oh, I've got a cat sitting on my keyboard. Can I have my keyboard, please? Can I have my keyboard, please? Can I? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. I have not spelt that right. I'm just going to make sure it's locked again. Schumann resonance is off the charts, says Santa Surfing. Hang on. Where am I? Okay. Whoa. Did some pretty patterns. Schumann resonance update. How are you feeling? That was August 1st. When was this? June 20th. Now I want a recent one. September, August. Why can't this come out in like newest first? Is there an option? See, I didn't spell that properly. Latest. I've got hair in my mouth. Okay. 18 hours ago, Schumann resonance rise high. That was it. 13th of October. I like that pretty pattern that I've seen, but that was way back. Now we're going back in time. Okay, 4th of October. So the only one I can find that's the most recent, because that other one was from ages ago, was this one. Oh, look at that. Is that where it went berserk? I don't know. Okay, let's go back to the comments. Oh, what happened? What's going on here? Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong spot. Susie said, so what did that twist do for the baddies? Yep, did it help the goodies? James retracted a message. Menacing Muskrat said she should the PM of Canada instead of drama teacher. MJ said, Sherry, Kai, Simone, what a smart girl, love it. She was a smart little girl. I think she was reading, but anyway. Alex said, yes, she's a bright child. MJ said, a child taught real knowledge and how to speak, beautiful. Susie said, who was that little girl? Dealey said, adults should listen to children more. I do think that was someone has helped her and she was reading. But yeah, exactly. You shouldn't listen to children more. Look at Greta Thunberg. Kai said, now while we watch the fun in the Colosseum, they've passed a Canadian law that if they disapprove or suspect for any or no reason, they can debank you like during the convoy. Really? Kai, that's awful. Yeah, Alex, how dare you? Alex said, still spelt it wrong, Greta. Susan said, Kai, how much longer will this go on for? Kai said, you know, debank like the truckers. Dealey said, Kai, they've been doing that since the credit card became a thing. Kai said, Susie, no idea it has to be this way, sweetie, I'm sorry. Yeah, we just have to wait patiently for it. Kai said, Dealey, it's going worldwide soon, I'm told, famine. Susie said, for anyone with pets in the chat, did your animals act strangely yesterday off their food, listless or hiding? Yeah, mine just climbed on the bed with me and just trapped me in again, one either side. Alex said, I think I heard the other day, that's why we must stick with cash, Kai. MJ said, Susie, dang yes. Alex said, I think they had more zoomies than usual, actually. Kai said, we have the slimmest of chances. I've gone from not being able to dream from dreaming about the same places every night. Susie said, oh, thanks, Muskrat. Victoria Grant for PM of Canada. Menacing Muskrat said, Red October, you think? Yeah, I do. I do. Kai said, Alex, yes, our only real hope is getting everyone on the same page, but 4 to 6% will be lost forever. Don't forget that. 4 to 6% will be lost. Kai said we may be fooled. I have hope. MJ said no, they are their end. Exactly. Alex said it's been a long process. People will have no choice but to wake up soon. Susie said, what places are you dreaming about, Kai? Kai said, there you go, MJ. MJ said, Kai, glad you're here tonight. Did you make your dinner yet? We had burgers. Menacing Muskrat said, Red October. Kai said, it's an old world town-like area with some houses and a bank type thing that's also a sort of store, sort of. Oh, wow. Menacing Muskrat said, November to remember. MJ said, hi, Susie, how are you? Kai said, not yet, MJ. Menacing Muskrat said, then dark December. Susie said, much better today, MJ. Yesterday sucked energy-wise. Dealey said, I agree, MJ, it's their end. Susie said, what is Red October? It was a post on the keyboard. Hang on. Let me search for Red October. Oh, the cat's on the keyboard again. Has anyone put it in here? Red October. Has anyone searched for it? Red October. Someone has searched for it. There you go. I fully authorise the total declassification of any and all documents pertaining to the single greatest political crime in American history, the hoax. Likewise, Hillary Clinton email scandal, no redactions. Red October. The hunt is on. Hunters become the hunted. Red October. Red line on the anniversary of Red October now. What are the odds of that? Nothing to see here. D5. Red October. And that was a briefing room news. Russian Deputy AG linked to lawyer in Trump Tower meeting. Panic in DC. James Baker testifying against Comey. It takes time to reach public domain. Why were the McCabe memos released to the New York Times? Rod Rosenstein. Wear a wire. Insurance. Threat. What did they think was about to drop? Think D-class. Did the delay and smear tactics used by D's RE Justice K help ours? RE public support endorsement, RE confirmation, and November 6 E. Did select Ds expose themselves? RE leaks, release of confidential personal info. If you know your opponent's moves, Red October. Did James Baker just testify behind closed doors? RR and JC coordinated. Hang on. Doesn't tell you who that one is. JC. That's Rod Rosenstein. To appoint Mueller, what a wonderful day. Okay, Baker's explosive testimony on an abnormal handling of Russia probe into Trump campaign. Read carefully. Sessions tomorrow. Doc related. Justice K confirmation weekend. RR next week. Probe not update. Follow the pattern. Red October. Red October. Stay tuned and watch. And it keeps going on and on. That was when Twitter had been given the green light to censor all content, threatening their survival. Truth is right in front of you. Conspiracy label. We had the votes. Swamp fighting back. Evil knows no bounds. My cat's about to take everything on the table out. Oh dear. Yeah, evil knows no bounds. Prepare. Red October. That's what I think is happening now. Oh shoot. Everything's going to go. Goodbye, Mr. Rosenstein. Red October midterm elections, red wave or red tsunami? Well, I think this year in the vote, there's going to be a red tsunami. I mean, next year in the vote. I don't know what this cat's doing. He's just trying to knock everything off my table. And there's a bit on my table. Okay, let's go back to the comments. Alex said, I heard there may not even be another US, selection. Okay, where am I? I'm way back in the chat. Going way back. Okay. Yeah, I heard that too, or that might be the last one. Kai said, I keep trying to get something out of the bank thing, but the people who are there are not friendly, and now I'm looking for a Jerry or Harry. MJ said, Susie, are you on Rumble? Kai said, now 5th is Delta, don't know the event. Alex said, although, as we all know though, elections are just an illusion of choice, which UK have an unelected billionaire as Prime Minister right now. Susie says, I check Rumble every day. What's your go-to for info there, MJ? Menacing Muskrat said, Susie, Red October is on the cue board. It's also a movie starring Sean Connery. MJ said, I can leave on Hev Susie in comments on the place I said. MJ said, Pence so gross evil. Kai said, Alex, it's a show, you know, ever since Tartaria. I just got to make sure this is off because he's coming back. MJ said, Susie, you will know. Susie said, yes, I've heard that, Muskrat, but what does it mean? Chaos. Susie said, did they invent Tartare sauce in Tartaria? Kai said, MJ, post your link if you know how to. I'll sub. Menacing Muskrat said, Red October is people feet are being held to the fire, so to speak. Also remember we're watching a movie, future proves past. MJ said, on Hev's Kai. Alex said, yes, all the world's a stage, and yes, also seen Tartaria and the World Fairs. No way they built them in 53 days. Maybe painted, but not built. Kai said, I think it's actually a jab at them, like recarving Mount Rushmore. Alex said, have you seen the magnetic footpath sidewalks? No, but we have a magnetic mountain here in Australia. And it looks like if you put a ball on the road, it looks, you actually put your car in neutral, it looks like you're being pulled up the hill when it's actually, it's a what do you call it? Optical illusion. But no, I haven't seen them, Alex. Kai said they cut one face entirely off the end of that, made us smaller and chopped off the one past Abe. Here we go again. MJ said, I love my lunch break, Jared Boosters, Biggs and Ancient Tartaria channels. D-Lee said, Kai, wasn't Rushmore originally the 6 grandfathers? Menacing Muskrat said, we're going back under mandates. Can you believe? Oh, you're not, are you? Don't listen. Get all your money out the bank and don't listen. Kai said, yeah, I'm forgetting a lot lately. The seizures cooked my rapid recall memory. Yeah, I'm having trouble with my memory at the moment. D-Lee said, no way, Muskrat, don't believe it. Actually, it's ever since I fell down the stairs. God, a stupid thing to do. MJ said, menacing makes me want to say some bad words. Hell nah to the hell nah. No, no, no. Alex said, I think there's supposed to be a hidden room tunnel behind Lincoln's heads at Mount Rushmore. Susan said, I can't believe we're having these conversations. It's become normal, even commonplace. I have to pinch myself sometimes. If I didn't have you guys, I just don't know. I know. I think that too a lot. Menacing Muskrat said, I have a scarf that is from the 1939 World Fair, Tower of the Sun, Alex. Really? Alex said, they've promised another pandemic. Menacing? Kai said, bizarro world. MJ said, Susie, it's like you're in my head. This is my sane place. Alex said, oh, wow, what is on the scarf, Menacing? Kai said, 1939 World Fair, old world technology shown off, then torn down, each one. Can't believe that's still it. Menacing Muskrat says, Susie, we're here for a special reason. I believe that we have a mission of sorts. MJ said, Chrissy died, shut. Alex said, I feel the same, Susie. Kai said, now that it's finally covered over and torn down, no more world fairs. Menacing Muskrat said, I'll send a picture to Hev. Alex said, I find it crazy people are still under the spell. MJ said, Three's Company, John Ritter. Alex said, that would be awesome, Menacing Muskrat. Kai said, MJ, that's twice for me now. She went 2 years ago. Kai said, I remember that halfway. Hey, Flyby Stew, have you won the no vote? Yes, we did win the no vote. But it's not going to stop them. They're going to try it again through a different way now. Susan said, I know, MJ, we're part of Hev's worldwide chicken coop of damn good peeps. I think we're all part of the same soul family. Definitely. D-Lee said, hello, Flyby Stew. Kai said, that pop-in dome didn't help a lot with my memory. D-Lee said, Susie, we must be. Alex said, it's always the ones with loads of stubble being peeping toms. Kai said, Flyby Stew. MJ said, really? 2 years? Dang, I don't keep up with the celeb much. I try not to. She was funny and snort laugh. Everyone's saying, hi, Flyby Stew. Alex said, I'm built like a brick shithouse. To be built like a brick shithouse, right, means that you are built with a lot of muscle. You are, you know. That's what, it's not an insult. It's actually a compliment. Kai said, uh-oh, I just buzzed off the push broom. D-Lee said, Kai, how did those doctor appointments go? Did you get your head all wired up? Kai said, oh, then I'm safe, nobody to speak of. MJ said, Alex, they never ever going to be a woman, not now, not ever. Alex said, I'll never use a public toilet again, especially after seeing a forum that spoke about them stealing used sanitary items out of the bin and then using it on themselves. Oh my God. Charles said, "Have you a number one?" Oh, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. MJ said, "Aged like cottage cheese too. Next Wex channel, so good." Kai said, "EEG showed almost constant seizures." Oh, Kai. Micro seizures from brain damage. Oh. MJ said, "That is mental derangement." Not talking about you, Kai. Talking about something that I've shown on the video. Dealey said, "Sorry to hear, Kai." Alex said, "I know these mental illnesses are being entertained instead of treated." Oh yeah, the mental derangement was the guy who wanted to be in the sorority, I believe. They're being entertained instead of treated, and women's supposed safe places are being invaded by big burly men in a wig. Kai said, "They don't got no respects." Susie said, "I remember Tory Smith's post about ABD videos. He was made very sick and then ended. I don't know what he was made to do. He tried to rectify his actions before he died." Kai said, "It's okay, Dealey, God's will and all that." Dealey said, "Kai, have you ever done a total fast and detox?" Flyby Stew said, "I've seen vids to suggest it wasn't his cadaver." Kai said, "It won't fix physical damage, hun." No. That is going to be like things like, I swear, it could be Neuralink that helps to put your neurons back together. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking the med beds are now. It could end up being that. Alex said, "Amazing how so many TV cameras are broken at vital moments like the ones leading to and in the tunnel when Diana was killed." Yep. She got in one car with a number plate and the crash showed a different car with a different number plate. So who knows? Alex said, "Sending you love and prayers, Kai, definitely." MJ said, "Tory was so friggin' amazing. He was truly a very, very rare, beautiful soul. I pray he's at peace." Kai said, "I found an actual dent in the back right side of my head from a stick or bat or something." Flyby Stew said, "Alex, nothing is a coincidence." Dealey said, "Susie, I've seen many of Tory Smith's videos too, so sad." Kai said, "Oh, Alex." Alex said, "I know it's gross. It turned my stomach when I read these perverted messages being shared between them, Dealey." MJ said, "It's so reminiscent of Hawaii. Inside job." Yeah, Menacing Muskrat, I was asking how the tests were, Kai. Kai said cameras were down in tunnel because she wasn't in the car. She ain't dead, baby. I kind of am wondering because of the two different number plates. The crash car was a different number plate than the car she got into that night. There's pictures of the number plate of the car she got into that night, and the one in the crash was different. Alex said, "I agree, there are no coincidences, Flyby Stew." Kai said, "Muskrat showed constantly having micro seizures." Oh, Kai, we pray for you. Everyone pray for Kai, please. Susie said, "Dealey, it sounds like they mind control him to do some really vile, yucky stuff. He suffered so much, they made him so sick, was given some kind of cancer. He was emaciated at the end." Kai said, "No, and again, a massive one." Dealey said, "Alex, there was an inmate at the prison that asked me every month for my used, you know." Oh, no, really. Susie said, "Dealey, you could see his goodness through it all. It was a retaliation for speaking out." Flyby Stew said, "Menacing Muskrat, just having some late supper." Alex said, "I love a bit of ab-fab, sweetie darling." Oh, sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Kai said, "Diana gonna come back on them like bad ham if all goes well." Menacing Muskrat said, there are no such thing as coincidences, as God making a statement." MJ said, "Dealey, fetish sounds like, yeah, for them doing that." Kai said, "Exactly, no such thing as coincidence." MJ said, "What you having, Flyby Stew?" Flyby Stew said, "MJ meat feast pizza, yum." Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Kai said, "It's all causes and effect to create a chain of events only changed by chance and fifth-handed manipulation." Dealey said, "Susie, his story got me so angry about the dirties." Menacing Muskrat said, "Yum, what's for dinner? My husband's cooking tonight. I get to fetch the wine. Easy peasy, cover girl." Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. Alex said, "Like billionaire Harpo and The Rock asking people for money for Hawaii." MJ said, "I love when guys cook. They are the keepers." I like when someone else cooks for me. I really enjoy the food when someone else cooks for me. Oh, but I love cooking as well. Dealey said, MJ, it was just gross. I ended up writing him up and putting him in segregation. Flyby Stew said, I learnt today that these batteries, once alight, produce their own oxygen. Oh. MJ said, Charles was obsessed with used tampons, so he might have been a mixed race, or was it Charles? Who was that? That's not Charles. Prince Charles. Kai said was it a lizard? MJ said Charles. Yep. Have I got it on live chat? Flyby Stew said, so a question, is the third element table for fire not reality? Not reality? Sherry said, that's what I heard, the real JWs are underground waiting to take their rightful place topside. Kai said, the lizards overthrew Tartaria with the Lyrans. And MJ said, Kai, Lyrans are the Thundercats? Kai said, oh, same thing. Susan said, the royal family are all geckos? Kai said, less nice. Dealey said, speaking of Thundercats. Shannon said, UK police, stop or I'll shout stop. Again, lol. Yeah, well, they can't say stop or I'll shoot. Kai said, did a cat fart or something? I don't know. Kai said, Thundercats, get it? Oh. MJ said, purring, wanted mama. Dealey said, cat was trying to come through Heb's door. Oh, because they got sharp claws too, I worry they're going to mark the door, you know. Kai said, Shannon, I know, right? Alex said, that is so sick, I suppose you can't put them in double prison, Dealey. Dealey said, Alex, just rotate him to another dorm. Kai said, drop it in the ocean. Susie said, the guy wasn't Epstein. When God was handing out mandibles, he got a triple portion. His large jaw was the most noticeable thing about him. Kai said, or bullet ants and a cup of poison. What are you talking about there? Flyby Stew said, excess deaths in the UK for June 23 is 10,000, average 800. Absolutely shocking. Menacing Muskrat said, question, why was the Queen Elizabeth buried in a lead coffin? MJ said, I take naps because I have to. Last week was awful. Alex said, there have also been many stories of women being abused and even getting pregnant by these women. Dealey, only to say you are a woman for 3 weeks too. Kai said, the Jabberoo RE activities cancer. Yeah, I heard that too. It's bringing on rapid cancers, apparently. MJ said, Alex, it's crazy awful. Kai said, no excuse for letting them pretend to be female. I agree. Alex said, Dealey said, Alex, I'm glad I'm retired. 2020 to 22 would have been weekly nose test and all the shots and boosters. Hey Joshua, how you going? Same thing happened to me, Hev. I bought a burger and chips Saturday. Sick Saturday night or Sunday, even worse Sunday night. Now I'm at work trying to push through. It's not food poisoning for me. That's what I think. I honestly am wondering if it's because I now cook everything in fat, proper meat fat, you know. And I know that they use vegetable oil and that to fry their chips and scallops and cook on and everything, and I'm kind of wondering if that was why I felt so bad yesterday. Davis said, my grandfather said to never put him in a lead-lined coffin, Muskrat. He believed it would prevent the soul getting out of there somehow. Don't ask me if it's true, I don't know. Alex said, the world's just about completely inverted, MJ. Hey, Robin, how you going? Kai said, those enforcing this crap should have to share punishment. Everyone's saying hello to Robin and Joshua. Menacing Muskrat said, wow, now that is very interesting, David. Dealey said, David, I've heard about the lead coffins. Alex said, I would have quit a job if they tried to force that on me, Dealey. Yeah, I was talking to my son the other day and he goes, oh, I wasn't forced. And then I said, really? You weren't pressured at all? And he goes, oh yeah, I was pressured, but I wasn't forced. He had two and then left the job because they were trying to force him to get more. Hey Timmy, how you going? Hello everyone, how are things going? Glad you're feeling better, Hev. Yes, I just ate the wrong thing on Saturday night, I think. Flyby Stew said, Hev, gives a roll up, lol. I would if I could hand her through the camera. DLA said, Alex, I would have quit too. MJ said, I think of the vampire movies, lead coffin underworld movies. Susie said, Hev, please put that scratching on camera. Scratching cat on camera. Oh, he was, yep. MJ said, hey, Timmy. DLA said, Timmy. Kai said, the Schumann twist was a result of that much death and fear. They were harvesting loosh. They're starving to death. I hope they're starving to death. Don't fear. And Susie said, hey, Timmy. Menacing Muskrat said, I wonder if that's why Trump was over there to see the Queen Elizabeth. Something so strange back then. Kai said, them starving for loosh will make them panic, make them move too fast, do too much to hide it. The suffering will be worth it in the long term. Alex said, not to mention all the deep sea animals coming to the surface. That's a heavy warning for earthquakes and such. And everyone's saying hello to Timmy. Menacing Muskrats put the Schumann resonance in. Is that the most updated one? Hang on, I'll have a look. Was that the one where it went off the other night? Trying to look out from under my hair. What date was this? The 15th of October. That's today in the US. It's the 16th here in Australia. But I'll give you a quick look at that. When it does these type of things, it's crazy. Oh, there it goes. Going berserk. Okay, back to camera again, and I've got to shut some of these pages down. Susie said, so is Sound of Freedom for rent on YouTube now? Yes, it is. It is. You could probably find it somewhere else like Rumble or something. I don't know if you can find it there for free, but yeah, they're selling it on YouTube. Luna said, hello family, been listening while tidying the house. Love to all. You too, Luna. Hey, Geo Loft, how you going? Everyone, I can't stay. 3,000 plus US Marine sailors, 26 expeditionary force on joint exercise in Kuwait. Pulled away going to Israel to join both battle groups. Guy said deep. What is it? Deep underground military base exploding, imploding. Dealey said, love to you too, Luna. Robin said, did anyone see the eclipse yesterday? It rained all day here, so I couldn't see it. We had cloud. But I don't know if it was happening down here or just up in the northern hemisphere. MJ said, I had a weird dream. I only remember one dream a month. If I'm lucky, it was about royals and heads separated from bodies. Not so, I don't know, but weird stuff. It sticks in my head because not like my usual dream. Kai said, when sea level drops a wee bit, got him. Everyone's saying hello to Luna and Geoloft, and Kai said, gotta run guys, gotta make a run right quick. Okay, have a good one, Kai. May God the creator of creation bless and keep us all, and may the force be with you. Menacing Muskrat said, we must stand up together. Where we go one, we go all, patriots. I agree. Kai said, 2/3 of humanity if we botch it. Much love, guys, no worries. Alex said, whales and dolphins swimming in circles in South Africa, and a YouTube link. Dealey said, Kai, give Tony our love, yes. Luna said, hello, Kai, Geo, Dealey. Geoloff said, US states start changing election laws to pre-Biden. Texas to put illegals in state custody for life to repeat illegal border crossing. Space Force is all the evidence of the selections theft. Peace. Alex said, this apparently happened a few weeks ago, and they said they've not seen the dolphins and whales doing that before. They have so many animals going in and around circle. I reckon it's the Navy and their sonar. What do you reckon? Trying to get back to where I was. Yeah, Flyby Stew said these sick Fs are stabbing the ball on the way out. They don't give a toss. It's not what Flyby Stew said, but I had to censor that. Menacing Muskrat 17th letter board there. Alex, I only saw it on YouTube, wasn't visible in UK. Sherry said, prophets are saying something never seen before happening in 21 days or 21st quart tail end of it. Susie said, I thumbs up. Thank you. T. Lee's thumbs up. Menacing Muskrat said, Sherry, of this month of October? Alex said, yes. Profits a YouTube channel, Sherry. Sherry said, yes. October menacing. Susie said, I love Kelsey Nielsen. He used to be a Mountie up in the Yukon before he was an actor. Leslie Nielsen. Oh, sorry, yep. Kat said, love the Tartaria research. Hey, Kat, how you going? Alex said, he was a funny man. I love the airplane. Always makes me laugh. He was in Creepshow, wasn't he? Menacing Muskrat said, Kat, Mud Fossils does great work. R.E. Tartaria. Kat said, peace, love, and 6 grandfathers yet at Mount Rushmore. Alex said he also plays a really good unhinged role in Creepshow. Actually scared me as a child. Yes, he does. Leslie Nielsen is in Creepshow. With, oh, what's his name? Can't remember his name. 3 Men and a Baby. Cheers. What's his name? Far out, Brussels sprout. Anyway, with him, and, yeah. Oh, should I spoil it? Why not? His missus is having an affair. So he buries them up in the beach up to their neck and watches the waves come in, and he even videotapes it. And then they come back from the dead to get him. Shannon said, thanks for getting me through the first 2 hours until smoke I have. Susie said, Alex, we all picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Menacing Muskrat said, National Treasure movie has caves behind the Mount Rushmore heads. Shannon said, must get a good channel as the archivist. Sherry said, no, Alex, the one I listen to is Julie Green on Rumble, called Julie Green Ministries. Everything she's said so far has happened, or I wouldn't give my time. Another is Amanda Gray. She's on YouTube. Josh said, cats and the keyboard and the silver spoon. Menacing Muskrat said, where's socks, Shannon? Alex said, something to tide you over. John Harrison and artists at Capitol. Whole episode. Alex said, thought I would add an airplane, classic scenes. Shannon said, I rented Sound of Freedom the other day in iTunes, Susie. Menacing Muskrat said, I think we will be seeing people stepping back into our present lives in the near future. Shannon said, at home, Muskie, she likes the new baby chicks, lays down near them. Yeah, my cats get along great with my chickens. They just lay there and watch them pass. Menacing said, that's great, Shannon. Susie said, Greta Thunberg is a boy, I think. It looks like it. Alex said, I'll see if I can find the link to share. Sherry, does she have 42k subs? I miss my old channel. Alex said, so many strange things happened, R.E. Diana. MJ said, yes, Prince Charles wanted to be her tampon. They used, oh yeah, he did. Prince Charles wanted to be Camilla's used tampon. Yep. I do remember that, MJ. Shannon said, does someone say whales and dolphins swimming in circles? What's the purpose of that? No doubt they are singing. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Don't panic. Alex said, is that art of grace, Sherry? Menacing Muscat said, so as in the days of Noah, so it shall be when the return of the Son of God. Yep. Alex said, oh yeah, I remember that. Charlie is sick and a spoiled. Yeah, brat. Yeah, it is Prince Charles. I thought you were talking about Prince Charles. Alex said, hopefully these are the right channels. There's Julie Green. There's, oh, shoot, it jumped again. Ark of Grace. Susie said, I don't have the money to buy gold bars or silver. I'm happy to make it to the other side of this mess on my charm. Can you go through to the next level if you're not a millionaire? Susie, join me. I'm not either. Let's go together. I've got no gold or silver either. All I've got's a bug-out bag. Maybe a bit of food. MJ said, her eyes are not right. MJ said, did Jesus flip tables? He did. Alex said, I don't think having gold and silver will matter when the shit hits the fan. MJ said, I'm going with love and a smile. That's all I've got. Yep. With love in the heart and a smile on the face. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Alex said, it's easier for a camel to go through a needle's eye than for a rich man to enter into God's kingdom. Susie said, from your mouth to God's ears, Alex, I sure hope so. D. said, MJ, and that's all you need. Alex said, I have complete faith in God. Yep, I do too. Susie said, I've never seen a brick shit house. Outhouses are always made of wood here. Dealey said that too, Alex. OG Grandpa, how you going? Hey, Hev, always catch you late for some reason. Good to see you, OG Grandpa. MJ said, Ted Danson, that's it. I don't know why I couldn't remember his bloody name. Ted Danson. 3 men and a baby. Cheers, you know. Just trying to remind myself. Flyby Stu said, Susie, only brick shit house I seen was in the gym. MJ said, OG Grandpa, your name is awesome. Almost as good as Damn It Mandy's. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? I love some of these names. Alex said, Ted Danson. And everyone, Alex said hello to OG Grandpa. OG Grandpa said, thanks, MJ, had to give it to myself. Alex has said, Charles, King Charles. He'll never be my king. Suze said, dear God, please let Kai be the first person to completely fix the new planet Earth. He's in a lot of pain and discomfort. He's a good boy and his chicken coop family loves him. Definitely. Dealey said, Alex, Ted Danson is the guy Hev was thinking of with Leslie Nielsen. Yep, in Creepshow, yes. So his missus, Leslie Nielsen's missus, has an affair with Ted Danson, and Leslie Nielsen buries them, Ted Danson and the missus, up to their neck in the sand and watches the tide come in. Don't worry, they get him back. They might be dead, but they get him back. Luna said, I feel the same way, Alex. Dealey said, amen, Susie. Alex said, yes, he's in the creep show, Dealey. Alex said, I can't stand the Royals, Luna. Susie said, amen. Dealey said, Alex. Alex said, they should have stepped down when the Queen died, but no, Charlie had to have his big party like a spoilt brat, costing the public millions when some can't afford food. That's always the way. They've always got money for food and stuff. Menacing Muskrat said, share joy to others, spread the good news, people need it in today's world. And MJ said, Susie, you are so right, why I love Hev's family. Aww. God love you guys. And with that, I won't be around for the next 2 days, but I'll be back on, hang on, what day is that? Thursday, I think. Oh. Yeah, so I'm sitting tomorrow with my mum and my granddaughter. And then my daughter's coming up to spend the night just to have some time with me and the family, her brother, and yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. One more comment. Alex said, another lot who have robbed the people for their gains through fear, bunch of inbreds. And prayers for Kai, definitely. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, guys, have a good one and just keep your eyes open and no fear. Okay, bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago.